I'm carrying on from where I left. Educational games. These are games that are made specifically to try and help you to educate you and develop your thinking and your learning to have more knowledge of the topic that you're trying to learn. For example, one of the educational game which is very good for kids, for example, FunBrain, and you can see the website at www.funbrain.com. You can log in on this site, you can surf through it. There's a lot of games for kids. There's different variety of games for kids, which is more appealing to the pictures and the background they have. You can have brainstorms, math games. You can have different variety of games, reading, etc. This is also good where the parents can access it and trying to challenge the kids and see if they're improving, and trying to help them get through with it. And another sign is Fun Trivia, and site is here www.funtrivia.com. This site is another good example of educational games, but this one is more suitable for teenagers. You can log in on the site and you can have quizzes from different subjects that you learn in school, from maths, geography, history, and like PE, RE, and other subjects. And you can also test your knowledge. You can do revision, and it's also a good site. And you can do games that are based on education. This is also a good site, and it's also good thing, good example of educational games. Moving on to the next one, Massive Multiplayer Online. And these are the games that you can play. You can play with different people and play with a lot of players online. All players, all players are playing the same world, and it can host more than 10 players at the same time. Most of massive online game multiplayer games are continuous. Even if you log off, you can come back and log on and carry on. You won't affect nothing. You just be continuous, carry on like that. For example, Sims, you can play online. You can log off. You can log off and you can come back and carry on, depending on which where you left it and how you left the game. So those are genres that are talked all together. They're all good genres. They make game genres, and they're all fun, but they all have their ups and downs, and it's up to a player to decide which genre you wanna play. But overall, I would suggest just try all of them, and you see which genre is good. Some genres have good reaction. Some genres have the good at multiplaying. Some genres can help you improve your coordination, which every game is supposed to improve your coordination, but some games are more tensed and some games are not. But overall, all genres exciting and more challenging. And moving on to environments, your personal computer, you can play PC games using either keyboard, a joystick to control the player, also move around. Portable handheld consoles. These are video games that you can hand and carry around with you. For example, Nintendo DS, PSP, or Game Boy Advance, where you can play any game with you, but you have to just go along with it, carry and move along, carry with you. Sorry, and mobile phone, where you can play more games on your phone from each genre, but sometimes it depends on what phone you have. For instance, if you have an iPhone, HTC, Samsung Note, you can play and download high quality games. You can have the same games that you play on the console, but you have to pay money to get them. But they will be at the same level, but the only distance will be this screen in gameplay. But apart from that, everything is good. The internet, you can play different variety of games from each genre, and also multiplayer games. Console, you can play consoles. The different kind of consoles. Xbox, there's Xbox 360, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3. They all have different different how should I say this? You can play differently to each of them. Each game movement is different, and some, but on Xbox and PS3, some games are exactly the same, but the controls are different and the movement sometimes is different, but the similarity is always the same. And some games are made on Xbox that are not in PS3. Some games are made in PS3 that are not in Xbox. And I forgot to explain one more thing. Standalone platform. More standalone platforms basically arcade games where you can have different variety of genres. You can have shooting games, car games, motorbike games. You can have I'll say the Mario game and etc. But I've never seen a sports game in a standalone platform. But it's a very good environment to play, and it depends where you're gonna play. But they're mostly in showrooms, game rooms, or some people have them in their own house, and they're very good and entertaining. Thanks. That was my explanation to P2 on different genres and environments. Thanks.